I need a little glass of wine. If you guys are not from the Ontario region, you might not know that an enormous storm went through the Ottawa area and a few other areas in Ontario and Quebec. Holy man, we just got power late last night, like late probably this morning. And we were all so happy that we had power, that we stayed awake. We got so excited. Barry was watching a basketball game. I started reading my book. I just, that happened. And then Nora came to sleep with us for a bit. So it's been a time, okay? It's been a time. I have been without power for a few days. 3 days. I'm ready to celebrate life and books. And so I thought, okay, Nora is down now for the night. And now it's time to do my birthday book haul. These are the books that I got for my birthday. So here's the deal. This is what happened. I took the day off. Barry took the day off. And sadly, I wasn't feeling the best. He had a whole plan. We were going to go to Perth. It was supposed to be very nice and romantic. I wasn't feeling the best and I wanted to stick closer to home. And so the next best thing happened, which was we went to Chapters and I bought things. And here we are. If you like horror books, you're going to like this haul, I hope. The first two books were both heavily influenced by Jordaline from Jordaline Reads. I bought both of them because of her. They've been on my Amazon wish list forever because of her. And here we are. I have them both in my possession now, and I'm so happy. They are both haunted house stories. The first book I want to share with you is The Good House by Tananarive Due. She is meant to be like a force to be reckoned with in the horror community. It is a chunky horror ghost story about the good house. We meet Angela, who has not been to the good house since her son Corey died there 2 years ago. She's ready to go back and see the house and also potentially meet her son beyond the grave there. And she also wants to discover what happened with Corey's death, what exactly led to his death. She believes that it might have something to do with her, I think, grandmother or great-grandmother 70 years before, who had powers. Did this woman put a curse on the entire community or not? We will find out in The Good House. It sounds so good. Apparently it truly is quite terrifying. We're gonna read the first line of the prologue, which takes place in Sakawaya, I could be pronouncing that name wrong and I apologize, Washington, July 4th, 1929. The knocking at the door early Thursday afternoon might have sounded angry to an ear unschooled in the difference between panic and a bad mood, but Mary Toussaint knew better. Oh, I like that. I really like that as the first line. It's not a 5-star first line for me, although there is urgency to it. 4-star, a 4-star first line. The next book, also Jordaline inspired, is No One Gets Out Alive by Adam Neville. I've also never read anything by Adam Neville, although I think I have something on my shelves by him, The Ritual, something along those lines. I know that this has been turned into a Netflix movie. I've heard mixed things about that. And this is like a Netflix movie cover, but I don't mind it. Not bad. This sounds incredible. This follows Stephanie, who moves into an apartment building in Birmingham. She is just eager to get out of the previous apartment she was in, which I think was very, very small. And she wishes, in hindsight, that she had asked more questions, that she had stayed away from this apartment building, because it was too good to be true. The landlord is nice, but maybe too nice. This is an all women's or all girls apartment. Things seem nice, like the ceilings are high, it's like roomy. However, soon after she moves in, she realizes that she feels a presence there. In the night, she even feels like someone touching her in the night, but that can't be true because obviously she locks her door. Like, this doesn't make any sense. And I think she soon realizes that she is absolutely being haunted. Let's read the first line. Day 1. The dream receded quickly, and Stephanie recalled little of it, beside an anxious desire to leave a cold, grayish place, a narrow space in which people stood too close to her. Ooh, I like that. I don't know if it's 5-star, but it's eerie, which I really like. I'm so excited for this book. While at Chapters on my birthday, I stumbled across We Sold Our Souls by Grady Hendrix, who is my favorite horror author. Now, he's coming out with a new book in January. It was supposed to come out much earlier, like sometime this summer, and I think that one is called How to Sell a Haunted House. I can't wait for January for more Grady Hendrix. So when I saw this, I knew it had to be mine. We Sold Our Souls, you can kind of tell by the cover, very Rolling Stone magazine inspired. So this follows Chris as she discovers that the lead singer of the band that she used to be involved with, who has now become like world famous, actually sold the souls of everyone else in the band to gain that fame. And she wants revenge. And so she is scouring the country trying to find her bandmates to go and confront this man. And it sounds funny, which Grady Hendrix can absolutely do, but it also sounds like it's going to be chock full of some major confrontation that's going to go downhill. I think it's going to be fairly violent, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. All right, let's read the first line. True as steel, Chris sat in the basement, hunched over her guitar, trying to play the beginning of Black Sabbath's Iron Man. Not a 5-star first line, but I'm still excited to read it. The next book is The Sleep Clinic by Michelle Young. And I discovered that Michelle Young is a local author, as you can see here. And that made me really excited. This is a thriller book about Laurel, who wakes up one day to her roommate absolutely in a panic. It turns out that Laurel had been sleepwalking. This is something that she used to do as a child, hasn't done for a while, but here we are. She has shredded the sheets, unhinged the curtains, and there are feathers floating all around her. Like, I guess she's, I don't know, ripped apart a pillow. As a result, she obviously wants to get this checked. So she signs up for a sleep clinic, and the Salter Square Sleep Clinic comes highly recommended. But she feels trapped when she enters the doors. It is a beautiful place. It's got ancient architecture, but it turns out it's not as ideal as it seems. Let's read the first line. Chapter 1. She visited me again last night. Not a 5-star first line, but it sounds like fun, doesn't it? I also treated myself to The Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James. I enjoy her writing. I will say I read The Sundown Motel, wasn't as enthralled by it as I was by Broken Girls, but I have high hopes for this one. This sounds unbelievably creepy. The Book of Cold Cases follows a blogger, a true crime blogger, who in 2017 gets the chance to interview a well-known murderess named Beth Greer. She reportedly killed 2 men at random. Now, she was 23 years old when she apparently committed the crime. However, she was acquitted. And since then, she has retreated to the mansion that she grew up in and hasn't left. Now, these 2 people meet kind of randomly, and Beth agrees to being interviewed. And so, day after day, Shay, our blogger, goes to meet Beth at this mansion, and things move around in the mansion, and she sees a little girl outside that she shouldn't see, and it just gets creepier and creepier, and it just sounds absolutely wonderful. So I have high hopes. I will say I don't feel like this cover really indicates the vibes. Do you know what I mean? Mansion, I don't get that from this cover. I kind of wish that the cover was different, but nonetheless, I will read it. Let's read the first line. Chapter 1, Clare Lake, Oregon. The Greer mansion sat on a hill overlooking the town and the ocean. Oh, that sounds amazing. I want to live there, except it's probably haunted. Not a 5-star first line. I don't think we're getting 5-star first lines in this little haul, but that is okay. I still want to read it. The last book that I got for my birthday is something that I didn't buy myself, but was given to me by my sister, and this is A Year for You. This book encourages the reader to take it week by week and take an entire year for you. And I think in this book you are meant to declutter your space, but also declutter your mind and that kind of thing. I read only the first week, and it does sound really good. Like I need to actually start working on it. There are exercises to do, and I think that I'd like to do that on a Monday. I like Mondays. A lot of people will have like a reset day on a Sunday, and my life is just slightly too chaotic. My home life is slightly too chaotic for a Sunday for that to happen. So a Monday morning, starting fresh, like I think I'd like to do that. So let's read the first line of the introduction. Some of you might be thinking, a year? You've got to be kidding me. Okay, so it's not a 5-star first line, but I will tell you that the first week is all about slowing down. And I like that concept. Yeah, anyway, I was very happy to get that from my sister. Very thoughtful indeed. So those are all of the books that I got for my birthday. Let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these books, and if you did read them, did you enjoy them? I hope that you did, because I am truly so excited about each and every one of those books. I will talk to you very soon, my dears. Goodbye.